in the circle and at the plate, Michelle. Undefeated so far here.
Yeah, this is a Bruin team that is very successful. Why? Because they've got big bats and they have a great, great pitching staff.
Yeah, Maya Brady has been leading the way, but also their freshmen, Megan Grant and Jordan Woolery, who hit a grand slam. Savvy Pola has been tough up at the top of their order. I mean, but this UCLA lineup just continues to put runs on the board and score in different ways. A long ball, speed, lots of singles, manufacturing a ton of runs here in Clearwater.
Look at the team batting average, 336, 27 runs scored, and they've been doing it all up and down their lineup for the Bruins, trying to stay perfect on the season. Louisiana also comes in with terrific pedigree, Michelle. They actually joined a pretty elite group just recently.
Yeah, this is a program that has a ton of wins. But you know what I love about this weekend is that coach says, hey, we want to be able to host supers, regionals, and look at where they are at all time. Over 1,800 wins. I mean, those are elite programs. This is a Louisiana program that has just a lot of pride, but one of the hardest schedules here in Clearwater.
2 top 10 opponents yesterday, and they will go back-to-back with 2 more today. UCLA and then Florida State as Carly Heath steps in. And you've got to be ready right away against the Bruins.
Carly Heath throws with good velocity, mid to high 60s. She'll work in a screw, drop, curve, and change. Not going to really see her go up in the zone with her rise ball. Her key is going to be to keep it at the knees or below. Make these Bruin hitters get some ground balls to her defense.
Yesterday against Virginia Tech in the first inning, they sent 12 to the plate and scored 6 runs. And it was pretty much this lineup. Pola, Maya Brady, and then the 2 freshmen at 3-4, and the transfer Palacios in the 5 spot. And look at the numbers for Woolery, 500 here in Clearwater. She and Grant have each driven in 7 runs, so a big splash for the youngsters. Savvy Pola, the second baseman, 15 hits and 13 runs scored. She has taken over the top spot in the lineup. .469 on the season, the OPS over 1,000.
UCLA this weekend has just had such a good game plan up at the plate. They've known what they're looking for. If a pitcher's going to go more up in the zone, if she's going to go more down in the zone, and they've been able to get their barrel to whatever the scouting report is on the pitcher.
There's Kelly Inouye Perez, 17th season now as the head coach at UCLA. And the swing and miss from Pola, and a strikeout for Carly Heath.
Well, you don't see that very often, Savvy Pola swinging through pitches, but this is a rise ball. It's just going to go up and out. Over the bat. Carly Heath is very athletic. Has that good rise ball changeup. Also the number 2 hitter in the lineup.
That is her first strikeout of the season in 33 plate appearances for Savvy. So here's Maya Brady, having an absolute blast to start the season with a .606 batting average, 5 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Her 20 hits through 11 games is the 3rd most ever at UCLA, behind Natasha Watley and Kylie Perez.
And she's not been the one this weekend driving people in. It's been the freshman Megan Grant and Jordan Woolery behind her. She only has 1 RBI, and it's from that home run that she hit, but she's scored 6 runs here in Clearwater. So the hitters back behind her, stepping up to produce runs.
Power numbers already way ahead of her start from a season ago. 8 extra base hits on the year, including this monster blast.
Really a no-doubter off of her bat. It was a 3-0 count. She for sure had the green light and took advantage of having the green light. Was on time, like a BP swing. She was just geared up, ready to go, looking for a strike in that count.
Carly Heath already establishing that inside corner. So important to be able to throw into that inner half of the plate, to be able to use the outer half.
Senior from North Augusta, Georgia. She also will swing the bat today. She's number 2 in their lineup. Ground ball to second. Alexa Langeliers has it 2 down.
The next out for the Bruins, third baseman Megan Grant.
It's good to get those first 2 outs. We saw UCLA last night explode in the first inning for 6 runs in the first against Virginia Tech.
Here's Megan Grant, the freshman from San Bruno, California. It is a big roster for UCLA. 11 newcomers this year between the freshmen and the transfers. Fierce competition for starting jobs early in the season. That the Bruins hope will elevate everyone's play. It's the new norm around college athletics. You've got to find that blend of returners and a freshman class, and then find spots for that transfer portal.
Megan Grant just not scared to get on top of the plate, trying to take away that inside corner. Only has 3 hits, you guys, this weekend, but 7 RBIs to show for it. So when she's gotten a swing, there's been with runners on and in big situations.
She had a walk-off hit in their win against Nebraska. She had the game winner against Florida State the other night. So they've been clutch. Bruins with victories over Nebraska, Alabama, Florida State, and Virginia Tech. And a couple of wins here for ace Megan Faramo over ranked opponents. And a strikeout for Heath, so that's 2. And a 1-2-3.
She is our future, and when she is on, she can be unhittable with that rise ball. She's going to be in the upper 60s. She is working on a drop with Lisa Fernandez, but it's that rise ball that can just be explosive at the top of the zone. Good changeup. So trying to get her some innings and get her settled into this pitching rotation.
Stormy Kotzelnick will lead things off, the first baseman. .455 with a home run and 4 runs batted in so far in the tournament. Heath will hit second. Jordan Campbell is also one to watch in that 3 spot. Stormy's also got a triple.
You know, both of these teams are really young. A lot of freshmen and sophomores. Only 1 senior between both teams' starting lineups is starting in this game. That's Carly Heath, the starting pitcher for Louisiana, and will hit in the 2 spot.
Raging Cajuns trying to end a 3-game skid. They opened up the tournament with a win over Indiana, but then lost to Michigan, a 1-run game. Lost to Oklahoma State in 5 innings, and then another 1-run loss to Arkansas. If you're a softball fan, you need to put it on your list. Get a trip down to Louisiana. The rabid Raging Cajun fans, some of the best in the game. And just a wonderful atmosphere down there.
Yeah, I called a regional there several years ago now, and it was just electric.
Center Field Club was bumping.
It was really hot, first of all. Great food, but it was just jam-packed. They had one of the best home field advantages.
Yep. Stadium. And again, like we talked about in the Open, the program, the history.
Goes the opposite way, and it's off the glove of Powell out and left. Stormy going to try for second and slides in safely in the back of the bag.
You could tell that Stormy was looking to hit within this at bat and understand that she's going to get the outside corner to smash this ball to left field. Kennedy Powell misplayed that a bit. This is a ball that should be caught, but it's just a line drive, almost a line drive drop ball out to her in left field, and good hustle by Stormy. Out of the box, she sees that Kennedy Powell mishandled that ball and is thinking 2 all the way, slid to the backside of the bag to avoid the tag. A double to lead off this inning for Stormy.
Immediately a runner in scoring position for the pitcher, Carly Heath. First pitch swinging. Powell appears to be fighting the sun a little bit, makes the catch. 1 down. Been tested early.
That ball went a lot further than I thought that it was going to. How about you guys? Just kept going.
Yeah, it kept going, and Powell fighting the sun. Not a lot of wind today, but you could see the way she was drifting toward the line. Good job of tracking that ball down. Good footwork, has to drop step and cross back over.
That would be artificial wind. There's Jordan Campbell. Junior out of Kingwood, Texas, their top returning hitter from a year ago. They won their 3rd consecutive Sun Belt Tournament championship, lost in the regionals to Clemson last season. But they have dominated the Sun Belt for a long time.
I just feel like they're one of those programs that you don't want to go to their house during regionals, and you don't want to see them come to your house for regionals.
Six times to the Women's College World Series over the years, from Yvette Girard and Michael Lotif. And now Jerry Glasgow in his 6th season. Over 200 wins for Jerry. 2-2 to Campbell. Punchers are out. 2 down.
She brushed her back with an inside pitch coming in hard at her hands, and then brought in this curveball. That inside pitch that was a blatant ball, which is able to set up this curveball. Brushed her off the plate, paints the outside corner. Looking strikeout for Tinsley.
So after the Kotzelnick double, a couple of outs for UCLA, and can Tinsley get out of it here facing Sophie Piskas? Junior from Paris, Tennessee. One hit so far in the tournament, drove in a run in their Michigan game. Home plate umpire Don Brown says that hit her in the arm, not the bat. So a couple on with 2 outs. Oh.
And she took that like a champ. So much, I thought it hit off the knob of her bat because she didn't even flinch. Her elbow.
Here's Alexa Langeliers. Trying to push one across early for Louisiana. "13 home runs a year ago." Gives them some power from the right side.
Right now, what Tinsley can throw for a strike to these right-handed hitters at the curveball and then throwing that off-speed pitch well. Really anything inside has been well off the plate and up in the zone. Not good control right now of the inner half to righties.
It's a 2-1. Inside corner, 2-2. Don
Taylor.
Brown behind the plate. Marty Abazishan at first. Shane Jackson at third. Our umpires today.
Taylor, you can see the way that when she gets on the pitching rubber, she kind of gets into that squat and then looks for her sign. I'd like to see her be a little more relaxed, look for her sign, and then get ready to go. You know, just she looks a little tense. It's part of that freshman, right? Working through all that, finding that rhythm.
But the routine, right? That is
Yes.
so important to you
Absolutely.
pitcher people. Popped her up. Tinsley will give way. And the catch is made by Woolery. Side retired, a couple left on. Scoreless. Class that has placed 3 rookies in the starting lineup. On occasion. And 3 of them out there with Grant, Woolery, and Powell today. And it was quite a shot because it came off the All-American Montana Fouts.
Pitch up in the zone. It was actually an 0-2 count. She just whacked that out of the yard. Going the opposite field. Not a bad, like, hello, softball. Softball world, here I am.
That ended up being a big difference, too, in a 2-run win over Alabama.
I find it impressive when you look at the strength of this UCLA team, but just the depth of it. How many amazing athletes are in that dugout, and the fact that they're starting the 4 freshmen today, including, obviously, Tinsley in the circle.
Good start for Carly Heath. That is her 3rd strikeout of the first 4 she's faced.
Okay, so we love the way that Carly Heath is spinning the ball up in the zone. And when we talked to Jerry Glasgow last week, he said no rise ball for Carly Heath. And that is the rise ball that has had all 3 of her strikeouts in this game. I mean, it's working. Definitely.
Next up is Charlize Palacios. For these coaches who the expectation is to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament, you want to test your team with a tough schedule. But the other thing to remember, it's important that you do win a few of those for your resume. Close doesn't count. It may help your RPI, but when you're sitting in that selection committee talking about, well, who'd you beat? Still significant. And that's why this is a big one today for Louisiana with UCLA and then Florida State. They, of course, will be playing LSU. They've got Texas coming up in March, team that was in the championship series in Oklahoma City last year.
He's really liked his 2 past recruiting classes, compares them to SEC talent level that he's brought into Louisiana last year and this year. beginning to think, too, like the first time that you come to Clearwater kind of feels the same for these teams as the first time you're playing at the Women's College World Series. And yes, I know it is different in terms of February and May/June and expectations and everything, but we see first-time teams here be tight. They play tight, nervous, struggle a little bit.
It's a big environment. TV cameras everywhere, fans, hostile environment at some point.
And the tough competition. I mean, everything that you feel in a way here is the same type of things that you feel at the Women's College World Series, although there's slightly more on the line in Oklahoma City, but just a good test for these teams early in the season to be here.
3-2 pitch here from Heath to Charlize Palacios. As the Bruins look for their first base runner of the day.
Heath has been so strong on that inside corner, really establishing it and expanding the zone.
Another 3-2. Fights another one off. That's her 5th foul ball of the at-bat. There's Lisa Fernandez over there in the first base coach's box. Palacios gets a hold of one, hammers it deep, high, and gone! Off the top of the telephone pole! 1-0.
A 9-pitch at bat, and Palacios finally gets a rise ball that she can elevate. She gets underneath of this, and you can see it's up at her letters, and she just angles it out. One more getting on top of those rise balls. It's getting under them and bashing them out of the yard, and that goes a long, long way.
An absolute moonshot.
Man.
Left fielder, Kennedy Powell.
3rd home run of the season for Charlize. Here's freshman Kennedy Powell. So their first base runner ends up touching all the bases. And Powell from Conroe, Texas, has a hit in 2 of their 4 games here, with an RBI in the Alabama game. Sliced foul down the left field line. Let's revisit that home run from Palacios.
A pitch out over the plate, and Carly Heath knew it. That, I can't believe it hit the top of the this telephone pole, light pole, whatever. Look at right there at the top. Man, that was just blasted. 9-pitch at bat.
That should be worth 2 Jolly Ranchers from Kirk Walker, the 3rd base coach. This ballpark has been very home run friendly, and Clearwater in general. 79 home runs. It was a big Friday. Look at that.
41 home runs on Friday.
Wow.
Yikes.
And Sundays, 4 home runs. We only have 2 games going on right now? 3 games?
Yeah, we've only been playing for an hour and a half. Like, the other field started at 9.
Duke,
It's
Michigan.
10:30. Yeah.
been a little breezy, but I think it's more than the breeze.
Yeah, I
that's
think
helping the ball.
so too.
Might be the weight room.
Yes.
Good grab, Langeliers, the backhand at second base. Steals a base hit, 2 down.
I love the determination to make this play by Langeliers. They just gave up a home run, and instead of letting UCLA grab more momentum, Louisiana, by way of Langeliers in this diving play up the middle, brings it back to Louisiana within this inning. And I love that motion. What a play by Alexa Langeliers to keep Powell off the bases.
Here's Alyssa Garcia, the starting catcher today.
And great positioning on that play, too, because Langeliers was well up the line, knowing that anything up the middle she was going to have to go get, but respecting the speed of Powell, who was, showing slap. She had started her at-bat hitting away and then showed slap, so really good defense behind Heath for Louisiana.
Nice pitch.
Oh, you're right, Michelle. The positioning so important now against the more powerful Garcia. Langeliers is playing in the back of the infield dirt. They all have the wristbands too, so all the defenders know what pitch is coming to help with their positioning. They know the scouting report on the batters to help with their positioning.
Anything to help with anticipation. Anticipating the ball coming to you, understanding where the pitch is going at the plate.
And you see they all look down, not just the pitcher. Here's the 1-2. Lifted out to shallow right, and coming on to make the catch is Campbell. Side retired, but a home run for Charlize Palacios that goes a long, long way.
Palacios gets UC
Gem for the Alabama freshman. Hugs all around. The ESPN softball season is underway on the road to the Women's College World Series. One nothing UCLA. Charlize Palacios, a solo home run. 6-7-8 coming up for the Raging Cajuns. Here's Vic Valdez, 455 on the season for the freshman from Alvin, Texas. Jammed her, pops it up. Savvy Pola on the grass, 1 down. The leadoff double for Kotzelnick. And since then, Taylor Tinsley has settled in. The freshman righty out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Now will face Sissy Vasquez. Another newcomer from New Waverly, Texas. .294 on the season. .02. Well, all the accolades for Taylor Tinsley as the top pitcher in this year's class. All she did when she arrived on campus was throw a no-hitter in her debut. Last freshman to do that was Amanda Freed back in 1999. This one really got in on Sissy.
She's not scared to go up and in to these right-handed hitters, and hard up and in.
Well, it's such a good setup for that curveball that she'll run away. Change up.
Gonna throw it here, you think? Curveball?
I would.
Called strike 3.
Well, that was actually her drop ball, but it was the corner that we were talking about. So you come tight and in, and then you go, so you get a little chin music there, and then you go to that outside corner, and that's got a little drop, little curve to it. really working on that corner. It's one of the things that Kelly, in a way, Perez mentioned, that she's working with Lisa Fernandez to really get that down ball going.
Both of her strikeouts have been looking today. Here's Maddie Hayden. Laces that one out and a diving grab for Kennedy Powell. 1-2-3 inning. And the web gem for the Bruins.
Kennedy Powell, the freshman out in left field, getting a great jump on this ball as it's slicing away from her, goes down and gets the diving catch for the Bruins to start picking up the bats to do some damage again.
What are you doing here? I've got this feeling we'll meet again.
Kia, movement that inspires.
There are all kinds of products in this world. Things that make life easier or more fun. But New York Life's product is different. It's 12,000 experts whose responsibility is to be there, to guide you through the happiest and most difficult times. People who know the most valuable things in life aren't things at all. This is our product. This is what we do.
We are all in on the moment. From popping trays in the driveway to getting buckets on the court. All in on the ACC. And the conference that raises and the teams that shape us. We are all in for all time. Come for it all.
Catch ACC basketball on ACCN with Spectrum.
On the Sunday night showcase here in Clearwater, Florida State and Alabama, 5 Eastern on ESPN. Fingers crossed all around town that it might be Kat Sandercock against Montana Fouts this evening. Can we get the All-Americans in the Sunday night showdown?
We get to write the lineups tonight, right?
Shouting
That's a part
out,
of playing
that's a
that
shout
last
out
game.
to Coach Murph and Coach Alameda.
It's going to be a fun one.
8-9-1 here for UCLA. Lauren Carter getting the start out in right field this morning. Games for Carter. She's 2 for 2 at the plate and has scored 5 times. She's been effective at getting on base. Here is our schedule update brought to you by Evo Shield. So get your ESPN Plus activated. And then tonight, prime time on ESPN and ESPN2. FSU Alabama, Mississippi State, UCF. We got 10 ranked teams in our field of 16 this weekend. Big weekend for UCLA and Oklahoma State thus far, the unbeatens.
You know, we're looking over the schedule, too. I mean, even just walking out of here with 3 wins is really good for your program.
Yeah.
The competition's just been so tough.
Been some really good games. Ball's been flying out of here.
Well, and that's why the fans like to come. That's why the teams like to come for the challenge. And our changes afoot here for the Raging Well, we've been talking about all the games going on this weekend, and they run simultaneously. As we check in on assistant coach Jen Brundage and Michigan, they are trailing Duke 6-3 in the top of the 6th. So the Blue Devils trying to make a statement for what should be a very strong Atlantic Coast Conference this year. And for Michigan, with their new head coach, Bonnie Thole, can they get back on top of the Big Ten before UCLA comes to town in a couple of years? Of course, all part of the moves coming in college athletics. And after the walk to Lauren Carter, we've got a pitching change for Louisiana. Back in a moment.
There are all kinds of products in this world. Things that make life easier or more fun. But New York Life's product is different. It's 12,000 experts whose responsibility is to be there, to guide you through the happiest and most difficult times. People who know the most valuable things in life aren't things at all. This is our product. This is what we do.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy S23.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S23 with the Galaxy phone trade-in. Any year, any condition.
So Kendra Lamb, the senior from Australia, will come on here with a base runner, nobody out, top 3, in a 1-0 game. Didn't notice anything specific on why the pitching change, but Carly Heath will stay in the batting order, and technically the way they set their lineup up, she could even come back in and pitch. But here's the scout on Kendra.
Kendra comes over from Australia. Actually, she's going to be up, down, and change, throwing the mid to upper 60s. Hard up. Maybe just to give a different look with the top of the lineup for UCLA on deck.
Number 9 hitter, Janelle Mionyo, the transfer from Arizona. Carter, safe at second. Ooh, and the stolen base. Looked like the throw had her beat. Must have been a good slide back of the bag.
Carter does get a good jump. The throw coming down. Nice slide to the back of the bag, really trying to get that extra time, that making her body as small as possible, as far away as possible when that tag comes in.
Fingertips.
Yeah.
So a runner in scoring position for Mionyo, who a couple of years ago was the Pac-12 batting champ with a .439 average.
That's a good pitch right there. Oh, that missed.
Out of Hacienda Heights, California. Back closer to home. And as you would expect, a lot of these Californians very familiar with each other and friendly from their travel ball days. She knew quite a few of the UCLA players. Both the Bruins and the Wildcats were at the World Series a year ago. Dropping down the bunt is Mionyo. Valdez makes the play. Carter to third with 1 out, and the sacrifice gets the top of the order up with a runner 60 feet away.
Good execution by Mionyo, who's so good with her short game.
Savipola struck out on a rise ball her first time up against the starter Carly Heath, so her first look at Lamb. Infield is in, so is the outfield pretty much. She did hold her swing.
Yeah, nice pop on the outside corner, though. Good hold. Savvy.
Savvy on the season, 4 for 8 with a runner in scoring position. Good for 6 RBI this year. (3-0).
I can tell she's just trying to find that outside corner to these lefties, and she'll face now 3 lefties in a row and just face Mionio. Good patience by UCLA with a couple of these pitches to work the count.
You do not want to put another runner on with Maya Brady coming up. Pola pops it up. Good pitch from Lamb. 2 down.
Wow, on a 3-0 count, that you got to make sure you're going to strike that well.
The next batter, the shortstop, Maya Brady.
Yeah, in that situation, I'm probably not green lighting.
Yeah. Going to take a look at a strike first.
Yep.
Brady grounded out her first time up. Looked like maybe that's exactly what Kelly was pondering right there.
Well, it feels so much better to face Brady with 2 outs and a runner at third versus facing Brady with 2 on and less than 2 outs. It's a totally different game. Or the run was already pushed across with less than 2 outs.
She is batting .500 with a runner in scoring position on the season. Out of Thousand Oaks, California, was already the National Player of the Week last week, putting up numbers to consider again this week, although Kylie Naomi may have locked that down with a huge weekend here for Oklahoma State.
A lot of impressive numbers, that's for sure.
Here's the 1-2.
Trying to get her to bite on that outside pitch over and over and over again on repeat. Outside, it's like a rise ball on different levels. Slightly moving away from these left-handed hitters too.
Two-two pitch. Got her. Went upstairs to end the threat.
Kinderland, the Aussie coming in for the
SEC Big Ten showdown. We've got UCLA and Louisiana here. Charlize Palacios, solo home run, the difference. 9 and in the top. Due up for Louisiana against freshman Taylor Tinsley.
I think you're hearing some riled up fans because Louisiana, their pitcher Lamb did not get that call, and then Tinsley throws in the same spot, or what it looks like is the same spot, and gets the call right away.
Well, it's early in the season for the fans, the coaches, the players, and the umpires.
Everybody.
Yep. Yep. Everybody getting back in the swing of things, pun intended.
Just like to hear the fans chirping just a little bit.
Just a little, not too
Just
much.
not a lot,
I mean,
not a
there
lot,
are
just a
some
little.
out there that are just.
No.
Are you really going to argue every pitch call? Come on now.
Yes, when you're at their home field,
Let's simmer
they
it
do
down.
really
Let's
argue
simmer it
a
down.
lot of pitches. Yes.
And you know who you are. 1-2. To Kayla Falterman. First at bat of the day. Out of the Woodlands, Texas. And a quick chat with Jerry Glasgow. Not a whole lot to scout either, you know, when you've got a freshman pitcher who's only thrown, 6 innings previous. Obviously, you've probably seen her out on the summer ball circuit, but that's a lot of work for these coaches, these pitching coaches, the hitting coaches to get ready for 5 games in 4 days.
Yeah.
So much prep. And they're definitely not going to the beach on the weekend
Are
here.
you sure?
No, they actually are, because I ran into Taryn Mowat on the beach.
Just briefly, just briefly.
Arizona pitching coach, but try to make the most of both, right? Going back to that screwball, Michelle. Getting there to chase. A little bit off the plate. Good spot for that pitch. Right at the knees, tailing away.
Strikeout number 3. Stormy Kotzelnick. Doubled to lead things off for the Raging Cajuns back in the first.
I always find it interesting, too, to talk about freshman pitchers not knowing. I mean, you know, they can change a lot of stuff in the fall with good pitching coaches, but freshman hitters as well, trying to figure out that hole in their swing. If you haven't really had a lot of tape on them. And we've seen some freshmen do some damage here in this tournament.
Well, and one of the coaches, and I can't remember because we had 16 calls the past 2 weeks preparing for these games, but one of the coaches was talking about the difference in strike zone, too, from travel ball moving up to the college game. So just adjusting to not only a whole new way of life, but a slightly different strike zone.
Speed of the game, all those transitions, especially for freshmen, everything's new. Classes, everything they go through is a new experience, and so it's a lot of stress.
Why do I sense you took great pleasure in finding holes in freshman swings? Smitty gets a little cantankerous when those rookies come up early in the season.
Cantankerous.
What do you look for when a freshman comes up? Feet, hands, positioning? How do you find that hole?
So feet, a lot of it, where they're stepping, and then their hands. If their hands are casting, you know, getting away from their body, so they're going to be weak underneath their hands.
That'll stay fair inside the line. Scooped up by Woolery. 2 down.
You know, and then, of course, timing. You know, if you can catch them and push them out on that front foot, then you know that they're...
We're in Clearwater, 1-0 UCLA over Louisiana, and we're joined now by Jerry Glasgow.
Coach, you guys came into this game 1-3 here in Clearwater. What was your pregame message to the team?
You know, as I talked to the kids about, you know, my journey through softball, and I went to Crab Orchard High School, 100, you know, kids in the high school, 24 kids in my class, 9 boys, and at that time UCLA basketball, it was a big thing, you know, with Bill Walton and Lou Alcindor, Jamal Wilkson, and of course Coach Walton, and you know, we grew up reading John Wooden's books, and so I talked to him about, you know, at A&M in 2014 or 2015, we go there on Saturday and we get beat 13-0. But I'm so excited about being on the campus at UCLA, and I'm putting pictures on Facebook and sending to all my buddies at Crab Orchard. You know, I'm coaching against UCLA. I didn't care that I got beat 13-0, and we won 7-6 on day 2. And that's a journey we got to do as a team. Like, we got to learn to, you got to be excited to compete against UCLA on Sunday here at Clearwater. You got to be excited to be in this environment, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here. And you know, I'm tired of people walking up here on the thing. Are you okay, Coach? Hey, I've been beat a lot of times in my journey, because if you're going to win a lot, you're going to get beat a lot. And so that's got to get that to infect them. Like, that it's not about winning and losing, it's about competing and learning to compete at the highest levels. We're having fun today, I think.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys for all you're doing.
Great story. He needs his own podcast if he doesn't have it already. Louisiana, take care of that.
That's awesome. It is about competing, especially early in the season. And I think a lot of these coaches are teaching those freshmen, you're going to stub your toe a little bit. You're going to strike out. You're going to give up home runs, but you got to come back and continue to compete.
Of course, UCLA not only good at basketball with Coach Wooden, but in softball with the 12 NCAA championships, Sharon Backus, Sue Enquist, and now Kelly I. And a special shout out to one of the great coaches in UCLA history who we lost in the fall, Billy Moore, the very first United States Olympic coach who won a national championship in basketball and was a huge fan of UCLA softball and just a great ambassador of the university. Mentor to Pat Summitt, so just like Coach Wooden touched a lot of lives on the softball team, the connection to the basketball on the women's side strong as well. Grant, Woolery, and Palacios, so the home run hitter due up third. The home run hitter today, I should say. Grant and Woolery also home run hitters. So you got 2 freshmen and a transfer right in the heart of your order, and then a third freshman right behind that.
There is definitely like an allure playing UCLA. I remember playing them for the first time and just being like, wow, I'm on the same field playing against all these pretty colors. They have the best colors. The
name on the front of that uniform might be worth a couple of runs.
For real though, like that is a real thing that takes getting used to and playing at this level. And honestly, you guys, even if you play the same players in travel ball, it still just feels different because of what you just said, Beth, that uniform, that name.
And the depth of it, too. It's you may have played 1 or 2 players, but then you stack it with a lineup 1 through 9 and then the depth of what's in the dugout. And it's impressive. Yeah, it's impressive, and it can be intimidating.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You look at that lineup card in the dugout, and you're looking for a spot where you can catch your breath, and you're like,
nope. Yeah. Pick your poison.
I don't see one. Here's Woolery. Struck out her first time up. The resume is the best in the game. Now in their 48th season. It started with an AIAW championship. That was before the NCAA took over in 1978. 12 championships for the Bruins. They have been to the World Series 31 of 40 years and have played in the championship half of those 40 seasons. Remarkable. So a walk and now a hit batter.
Kendra Lamb having a hard time finding the zone.
You guys, that's going to leave a mark.
And the sprint.
Oh, man.
Shaking it off.
That is going to leave a big bruise.
Big bruise.
Or it would on me, for sure. I know that.
Seams. You might even find the seam in the middle of the bruise.
They're having a good time with her in the UCLA dugout.
For the Bruins, number 34.
Just to be on the safe side, Woolery can re-enter, but they'll get a pinch runner out there for her. Lauren Hatch.
Looks like the Raging Cajuns are going to make a little change.
This will be their second pitching change in the first 4 innings. Back to Clearwater in a moment.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole? And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
We are all in on the moment. From popping trays in the driveway to getting buckets on the court. all in on the ACC. And the conference that raises and the teams that shape us, we are all in for all time. Come for it all.
Catch ACC basketball on ACCN with Spectrum.
All right, we are back in Clearwater, and things are getting interesting because the freshman Chloe Riasetto comes on. She has thrown just 1 1/3 inning all season. And she is the third different pitcher, and she comes into the ball game with 2 on base and the home run hitting Charlize Palacio at the plate.
I think in this situation, you come in, you got to be thinking roll a ground ball, try to get the defense to try to turn a double play, especially with the righty up. But keep it in the yard.
Just made her season debut last night, came on in relief. And this is what Palacios did first time up.
She got all of it, you guys. How many feet do we think that would have traveled?
Well, deepest part of the field at 220. It was another 20 feet up the pole. So according to my physics, that would be 250-foot shot.
It was a Newman-esque 250.
Yeah.
An Alo-like. Yeah, there's the pole that almost took the power out when she hit it. Slow roller on the ground. Oh, could be 2. Oh, Riasetto gets the double play.
Well, that's what you hope for. You come into that situation, you have your defense playing back, you throw a pitch that's going to get underneath the hands. It looks like it's foul almost, and then it comes back. Good job by Valdez to step on the bag at third and then gun it across the infield to pick up that big double play. That's a huge help for that freshman coming in the circle in a pressure situation.
Still a runner in scoring position here for Kennedy Powell. Had the home run in the second. They left a runner at third base in the third, and now another runner out there here in the fourth.
And look at how far foul this is. So there's so much spin. It's way over here. And then it comes back in.
that could not have been placed any better.
Oh, man.
From the Ragin' Cajun perspective.
No doubt, no doubt.
Then step on the base and throw to first.
And if you're Palacios, you're probably feeling like, try and hit it like that again. Yeah, it's like, she probably couldn't.
She hit the first one 250. She hit the second one 2.5.
Yeah.
Craziness. Can't give up on it, that's for sure.
Back up the middle, and this could score a run. And it will. Hatch motors around, 2-0. RBI single for the freshman, Kennedy Powell.
Another freshman step up for this UCLA team. This time with 2 outs. Kennedy Powell not trying to do too much. Just drives that outside pitch right back up the middle of the field. Uses the ground to create that big hop. The infield was playing in a bit, respecting her speed. It's a big run in this game. It's been tight.
Boy, the 3 freshman hitters now here in Clearwater, 12 hits and 17 combined runs batted in. So much for easing into it.
Well, now we know why they're hitting.
I guess now we know why they're all top 10 recruits.
Yeah, hitting 3 and 4 in the lineup and 6. Wow.
Garcia flew out in the second.
It is kind of fun sometimes, too, when you see freshmen come in. They don't know any better. They just take big swings, and nothing's polluting, the mindset.
That's Sam Landry out in the bullpen. Grounder to second, jumps up at Langeliers. Oh, and it's dropped at first, and the runner is safe. And the Bruins have him on the corners. Should have been out of the inning.
Langeliers does a good job of staying through this with a little bit of traffic in front of her, but the ball just pops out of the glove. It looks like she stretched a little bit too early. The throw was high. It's interesting how the timing off on that just a little bit of a bobble, so then the throw gets rushed a little bit. It's high, and at first you're feeling like, oh, okay, wait, it's going to be close, so you reach out and...
So right. One thing leads to another, right?
Absolutely. It's like that snowball effect.
Yeah. So true.
So in the inning, a walk, a hit batter, and now the E3. And they have opened the door for UCLA with an extra chance. The hit batter has already come in to score, Hatch, on the RBI single from Powell. We'll talk to Kelly I coming up in a moment. Here's Lauren Carter, walked in the third.
Trying to work a screwball on the outside corner. It's got a little up, little out. She can...
The secret word was cascade, and Coach got it in.
Nice job. They're keeping it loose. I'm right there with them, but I just appreciate it. I love what Taylor Tinsley's doing right now as a freshman, and I think with that, we got to have her back and put more runs on the board.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Kelly.
you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, the celebration. She got the secret word. Well, let's talk about Taylor Tinsley, because after the leadoff double to Stormy Kotzelnik in the first, she's been taking care of business back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. She's retired 7 in a row.
She's used to really good screwball, curveball.
Yeah.
You know, that combination of expanding the zone east and west. She's got a changeup. And, you know, Coach I talked with us before the tournament and said, she is our future. I'm going to try to get her ready. Threw her earlier against Florida State. She got roughed up, pulled her out. And I think that's part of it, too, is the mentality. You don't want to keep your freshmen out there too long when they're in the circle. Kind of give them that confidence, give them the big starts. But if they get in trouble, help them out.
Jordan Campbell, 3-4-5 coming up. Well, you think about their history. I mean, the list of pitches is legendary. And they've always had the ability, you know, to have an upperclassman that can pass the knowledge on to the youngsters. You certainly, you know, Kelly I was Lisa's catcher, so you've got one of the best batteries in the history of the game. And the information that a freshman can soak up, like Taylor Tinsley, one down.
One thing that I noticed, too, with her windup and her delivery, it's a little bit deceptive. There's some movement with her long limbs and her glove, and it feels like the ball gets on these hitters just so quickly. It throws a heavy ball, but it's her windup and this kind of jerky movement at the beginning that just boom, then the ball gets on top of you. It's very interesting to watch and see how that affects the hitters.
First pitch swinging, backhanded by Grant, and the throw over the first to get Piskas. 2 down.
These freshmen are just all over the field, up at the plate. They're having big at-bats, quality at-bats, and then this play right here at the hot corner, going to the backhand toward the line, sets her feet to make a nice, solid throw. What an arm that she has, too, to throw it all across the diamond. Under control. Freshman to freshman play right there. Grant to Woolery.
Alexa Langeliers.
Not afraid to throw on that inside corner, too. Backdoor curveball, backing Louisiana off the plate, and then that last pitch, rise ball coming back underneath and up. So when you can throw on that inside corner on multiple planes, it's really opens up the outside part of the plate. You can see how far back off the plate Langeliers is.
And it opens up the outside corner. I mean, she's just been doing the same thing to them over and over again, using that rise ball, using that inside corner to then open up the outside corner with her curve. And she has that effective changeup, too, that we've seen her throw at good times.
And the walk. That ends a run of 9 in a row that Tinsley had retired. First base runner since the first inning now for Louisiana.
This UCLA team is going to learn so much about their freshmen and about their team from this weekend and then moving in next weekend to Palm Springs, where they play 6 tough games too, including games against Florida and OU and Northwestern.
Here's Vic Valdez, popped up in the second.
You just don't see it all too often anymore, Michelle, these pitchers that are not scared to go inside. I feel like more pitchers in our day and age right now are living more on the outside corner. But truly, she's a pitcher that will bust you hard and inside, and it's refreshing to watch, actually.
Ground ball to second. Polo overthrows it. And runners on the corners for Louisiana. Should have been the third out of the inning. And now a chance. The go-ahead run will come to the plate for the Ragin' Cajuns.
Well, it looks like it's just going to be a routine ground ball out. Pola plenty of time and just sails it. You could just see the way it comes out. She palms it, leads with that heel instead of snapping the fingers down, and it gets all the way to the fence. Lucky it didn't go in the dugout.
That would have been 2 bases.
That throw from a second baseman to a first baseman can be tricky sometimes because you don't want to throw it too hard, and she had a lot of time to think about it, and you take your time like that. Oftentimes thoughts start to creep inside your head. You think too much.
We've seen plenty of major leaguers get yippy throwing from second. Pinch hitter's going to be coming up for Louisiana. Lainey Crater. 2 for 5 on the season. She'll hit for Sissy Vasquez. Has a home run with 3 runs batted in. Had a chance to score in that first inning. They went 0 for 3 with a runner in scoring position.
Pinch running for the Ragin' Cajuns, number 8, Taylor Roman.
Taylor Roman will run over at first.
The new batter for the Ragin' Cajuns, Lenny Crater.
And that is Megan Farimo out to the bullpen. We've seen her start and come on in relief here in Clearwater. It's also Anna Vines, who might be a defensive replacement. See her often at second base. Getting loose. I think they might be getting Palacios into catch here as well. They're still trying to figure some things out with the official scorer. Charlize is in the lineup as the DP. So Palacios will come on and Vines will come on after the Pola error at second base. Looks like Anna will step in there. Pola will stay in the lineup as the DP. So a change at second and a change behind the plate. So we've seen UCLA make all kinds of changes. We've talked about the depth. We've talked about the versatility. Interesting, though, to change catchers in mid-inning. And then Vines, the second baseman, comes on as well. And Anna would take Alyssa Garcia's place as the number 7 hitter. Ground ball to short, and it gobbles up Brady, and a run scores, and the tying run will head to third. Second error of the inning for UCLA.
This ball hit hard right at Brady, but she backs up, and you can just see it goes off the heel of her glove. And so this is a play that she probably could have gone and gotten it mid-bounce. A little bit of a backup off the heel of the glove, and you know, sometimes again it's that momentum shift. And you start feeling like a couple of defensive changes, that the pressure gets on, and another miscue.
And UCLA appears ready to make another change, and will this be the pitching change? Louisiana scores one, and the tying run 60 feet away. The go-ahead is now on base as well. And Megan Farimo will come on. After back-to-back errors for the Bruin defense has made things interesting here.
Farimo with that experience. We saw this yesterday as well against Florida State. Tinsley got the start, got in a little bit of trouble. Farimo came in to really shut down Florida State, or attempt to.
The new pitcher for the Bruins, number 8.
And she's been throwing really well. 26 strikeouts and only 2 walks. Going to see her change speeds so far this weekend with her changeup and an off-speed drop. That pitch has been so good toward the bottom of the zone. We're used to seeing her expand the zone with her rise ball, which she still can. But Michelle, the way that she's been able to throw off hitters' rhythm and timing has been impressive this weekend.
Good velocity, good spin. She'll be in that upper 60, touching 70 miles an hour. So it's the speed, the spin that really makes the curve and the drop run through the zone and go down, but it's that changeup, Amanda, that you were saying, that really sets up everything else.
She's been throwing that pitch with a lot of confidence, and you know, the fact that UCLA is only 2 runs on the board kind of puts them in this position and not allow them, and seems like, to let the freshmen just stay out there and figure it out and continue to work through this. Instead, they bring in the All-American wanting this win because they've only scored 2 runs.
Came on last night in relief against Virginia Tech in the 6th inning and struck out 5 of the 6 she faced. And so here she comes on in a jam in the bottom of the 4th for the 2-time All-American. She'll face the number 8 hitter, Maddie Hayden.
The next batter for the Raging Cajuns, center
After
fielder,
2 outs to start out the inning, a walk and a couple of errors. Roman is at 3rd, Crater is at 1st. And that is a pinch runner over there as well. Vasquez re-entered. Swing and a miss. Maddie Hayden, a 1st and 3rd situation. And Brady able to run the runner back to 1st. Remember, they have been solid for the last 5 years, I think, with a Perez at short. So shortstop is a new adventure early in the season for UCLA and Kelly I, trying to figure out what the best fit is going to be for the middle infield. There's a shot, center field, back it goes, over the head of Miono, and the Raging Cajuns take the lead. 2-run double, Maddie Hayden off of Faremo.
Wow, sophomore Maddie Hayden just coming up in a big situation, toes on the line and gets a pitch on the outside corner. She reaches for it, she goes for it and gets it over Miono's head in center field. And with 2 outs, the Raging Cajuns running all the way. 2 big runs up on the board to give them the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Wow.
Yeah, with UCLA opening the door with those couple of errors, it was huge for Louisiana to take advantage of those mistakes, scoring 3 runs in this inning. A quick 2 outs, too. Remember, it felt like it was forever ago that there was back-to-back ground ball to 3rd base for the first 2 outs of this inning, and all of a sudden, Louisiana scores 3.
Yeah, it's the bottom of the order, too, getting it done. They've still got another runner out there at 2nd base. It's the number 9 spot in the order, which would be Kayla Falterman. So Maddie Hayden, who only had 3 RBI on the entire season, had 2 with that 1 swing. And to do it off of Faremo, who had struck out 23 of the last 27 she had faced.
This Louisiana team, they've been in some close games here, so they're used to the back and forth. 1-1, 1-run loss to Michigan, a 1-run loss to Arkansas.
All right, this is Lauren Alred, freshman from Texarkana. Third at-bat of the season for Lauren. She's gotten hits in her first 2. Good frame by Palacios.
Really good pitch.
High with the rise, 2-1. Runner goes, the throw down to third. Got her. Janelle Meonio laid down a sacrifice her first time up.
And one thing that you've noticed, there just have not been a lot of shutouts here this weekend. Even the teams that have done well, like Oklahoma State and UCLA with the best records this weekend, still have given up quite a few runs, right? It's been hard to throw a shutout.
Absolutely, it's a dogfight.
Well, this will be intriguing here for UCLA because after Meonio will be the two players that committed the errors, Pola and Brady. Can they find redemption immediately with their bats? Meonio laying it down, safe at first. Then Pola will have a base runner. Infield single for Janelle.
Janelle just so good at reading the defense and seeing what they're giving her. Picking the right time to put this down. And Valdez charging that, but it's just textbook bunting the way she really kills that ball, allows it to not move far off.
All right, so the fourth pitcher of the day for Louisiana will be Sam Landry.
Right here off the end of the bat is where she makes contact and it just deadens this ball. That's why it just wasn't hit hard toward the third base line. A perfect bump by Meonio, and it just starts off of where that ball made contact toward the end of her bat, right out in front of home plate. No way you're ever going to be able to get her. Serves as an additional leadoff hitter there at the bottom of the order for UCLA.
So Sam Landry will come on. She was a 20-game winner for him last year. And Louisiana not afraid to use that entire pitching staff to try and get the W.
Sam Landry is going to come in and throw a changeup, rise, curve, drop, throw a little bit of everything. Important for her to have her screwball. Jerry Glasgow talked to us about that, so we'll be looking for that screwball and seeing if it's effective here in this game. She comes from Mont Belvieu, Texas, which is an area that produces a lot of good pitchers. Randy Rupp from Texas State, Jessica Mullins from Texas State. I know I'm missing one or two more. Developing well down there.
Got a new right fielder as well, Kramer Ushte, out of Brenham, Texas.
The new outfielder for the Raging Cajuns, Kramer Ushte.
Time run on, and the go-ahead at the plate, Savvy Pola. A strikeout and a pop-up with slugger Maya Brady on deck.
Back for the Bruins, Savannah Pola.
UCLA left a runner at third base in the third. They left two on base in the fourth. Missed a couple of chances to bust it open, and now 0-2 to Pola.
So important for both the players, both Pola and Brady, to be able to put that error behind them and separate their offensive at bat from the error that they made in the previous inning. It was a big one. Able to move on, move forward.
She stays in the lineup as the DP. Vines will stay at second base.
Good pitch, good eye.
And now Pola, after not getting the sacrifice down, is going to go to a slap, so she'll have still opportunity to try to move the runner. That's really what your job is in this scenario. Just trying to get that teammate up 60 feet if you are out. Obviously, best case scenario is hit back up the middle.
Kept in the infield, and no, safe at second base. The call is The throw pulled her foot off the base, but the naked eye, it appeared to stay on it.
Michelle, you talked about how Savvy Pola was going to her slap, and there you see the shortstop, Sissy Vasquez, playing more up the middle of the field, and that hit to her throwing side, and she threw from her backside, trying to see if the foot stayed on second base. Oh, it looked like the toe did. That's such a close play at second base. Wow, what an athletic reach.
Yeah, it looked like she was on it when she originally caught it right there.
Yeah.
And then it comes off, but it can as long as it's on when she first.
Yeah, all she's got to do is touch it.
Exactly.
Right. Here she's out.
There.
I mean,
she's out.
She's big time out. Good job by Ling Lears to hold on to that throw, and it's going to be overturned. She could be called out. Kirk Walker is going to want to talk to the umpire.
I do believe they got it right, though, the conversation with the umpires.
It's a big call with where UCLA is at in their order right now.
Yeah, with Hart coming up.
Yes.
2, 3, 4.
It really was an outstanding defensive play by the middles for Louisiana, and Pola did a great job of getting it down.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what you want. You want to get down to that left side, but Vasquez is just so good. You know, playing slightly up the middle. Has to go back into that 5-6 hole. And so look how far up the middle she is. Almost probably could have stayed on her feet a little bit longer. You know, important to try to move those feet, but she's a freshman, and just a great job of making that play and presence of mind to know to come back to land Lears.
Great play.
Yeah.
It's a great play to come away with an out, I should say. Athletic play to get the throw off, to get the catch, to keep the foot on.
And I commend the umpires for getting together to make sure they got the play right.
I think they've just warned Kirk Walker, who is continuing to argue with the umpires. Well, it's fired up the fan bases. So with 1 on and 1 out, here comes Maya Brady, who's 0 for 2. Seven for 16 here in Clearwater over the 5 games.
Well, and these are the RBI producers for UCLA. Maya Brady, Megan Grant, and Jordan Woolry. So Brady, a junior, and the 2 freshmen back behind her, but 15, 15, and 14 RBI leading the way, leading the team.
Brady, that one was way out of the zone, and that'll get Kelly I out of the dugout.
Brady's last at bat, she did strike out on a rise ball up at her eyes. So I think right now she needs to just be looking low, looking something to drive.
UCLA's going to get a pinch runner at first base. Kelly Gooden will run. She is the tying run.
I love that Leah Jordan comes out to talk to Brady. A little advice.
The 7-year super senior that they hope to have back in the lineup at some point this season, returning from injury. One and 2.
Good pitch by Landry after taking Brady upstairs above her eyes. She throws that rise a little bit lower. Brady sees the spin, lays off of it.
Two and 2. Brady, deep left. Back on the track is Powell to make the catch. Falterman. 2 down.
That Landry goes after Brady. They're going to go to the outside corner. It's going to be off the plate. It's going to be called a ball. Then they come right up at her eyes. Should they get the swing and miss? They come back with the rise again, a little lower for the called strike. Change up to set up another pitch on the outside corner that Brady gets under. It's a rise ball. Because of that change up, she's not quite as aggressive. And a deep fly ball to Falterman out in left field to get Brady. So some big time pitching to get Brady out. That's a huge get for Sam Landry and the Raging Cajuns.
Huge out.
And now it's Megan Grant. Struck out in the first, walked in the fourth.
Beautiful changeup, dropping it down to 47 miles an hour.
That's the swing and miss, 0-2.
There's that drop ball.
Yeah, and that changeup is such a good pitch. Again, sets up everything. And I love the way that, Coach talked about how he kind of protected her last year, but she's matured so much. Big pressure situation for her here.
We're showing her Angela Tincher videos, right?
Yeah.
Figure out the drop. 0-2 pitch.
Got that changeup working, that's for sure. It's her best pitch.
In the dirt. Whitney back to first.
Piskett's doing a nice job back behind the plate. Keep that in front. She's been blocking some change-ups. It's a really good arm. Let's look at today's game track brought to you by Evo Shields. UCLA down to Louisiana 3-2 after that big 3-run inning in the bottom of the fourth for Louisiana. Charlize Palacios hit that home run back in the second. Big bomb, but Louisiana answered big in the bottom of the fourth.
A couple of opportunities for UCLA where they could have plated some more runs and didn't. So we got ourselves a ball game.
Yes, we do.
So it's Falterman back in the 9 spot. In the top. Sam Landry, the fourth pitcher of the day. Huge couple of outs there to close out the top of the fifth. Three runs scored with just one hit. That was the 2-out, 2-run double for Maddie Hayden. Benefiting from 2 UCLA infield errors.
And that's one of the things we have seen at this tournament is how quickly things can turn around. You get 2 quick outs, you think you're cruising through the inning, and then you get a walk, you have an error, another error, a double, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a 3 spot, a crooked number put up on you.
This would be huge for Louisiana. They've lost 3 in a row. They've got another top 10 opponent coming up next on this field in Florida State. And of course for UCLA, undefeated start to their season on the line. They're 11-0 coming in. Knocked down by Vines, but an infield hit for Falterman. So 2 hits for the first 2 to face Megan Faremo. Go figure.
Well, it's interesting too because Falterman was pinch hit for last inning. Now the caught stealing ended up ending the inning, but Falterman, good job on that crossover to put that ball down. Trying to start something here in the 5th.
Back to the top and Kotzelnick. Doubled back in the 1st. Six for 13 so far here in the tournament. Rise at the eyes. 1-1. Tries to lay it down, and Grant got out of the way just in time. And it just missed third base.
I don't know how it didn't hit off of her foot. I
Yeah.
thought it came so close to hitting her before she then fell onto the ground.
Reading the spin right there.
See Megan Faremo go to that off-speed pitch, that changeup, very much so far. Only faced, this is just the 3rd hitter that she's faced, but a pitch that's looked so good for her. Louisiana team seems to be early timed up with their harder stuff.
Side by Kotzelnick. A couple of pitches on that outside corner that she's watched.
A couple of 3-2 counts now in the inning for Faremo. Runner was going. Pop foul. Runner on the move again, and that is roped out to right center, tracked down by Lauren Carter, and they're going to get a double play. Falterman did not watch the ball off the bat to make sure it didn't get caught.
Well, in a situation like this, when you're taking off, as soon as the ball is hit, and you're going to see she's just going to end up going. She's got to right there. She should be watching and knowing that this situation, you've got to make sure the ball gets out of the yard or gets down. As soon as it's caught, she's You can see she's out by a mile. And that is a great rundown by Lauren Carter out in right field.
Man, what a swing.
It was well struck by Stormy.
Well struck.
Yeah, I thought that was had a chance to just get out of here, but.
So what looked like could have been big trouble for UCLA ends up being a big-time double play for them.
Well, that means nobody aboard for Carly Heath with 2 outs.
Next batter, Louisana, Carly Heath.
We've seen just about everything this last bottom 4 and top 5, now bottom 5. Feels like it's taken an hour with all the changes, and look at this. So 3 runs scored by Louisiana in the bottom of the 4th. A couple of errors, a couple of pinch hitters, 5 changes on defense, a couple of pitching changes, a caught stealing, a fly out double play.
The 3 hitters that have come up against Rainbow have hit her hard.
Yep.
Double, single, and almost an extra base hit or home run that was tracked down well by Carter, but struck well.
That's the swing and miss there, 2-2. Fly ball, Carter. That'll do it. 5 complete, and we've got a 1-run game in Clearwater.
This all-new Aria is an elegant EV.
Yeah, with 389 horsepower.
It's electric.
With an edge.
Love our team.
Yeah. You know, they call us the talent on TV, which is appropriate, but it's really all of those other folks that make it happen. They're all talent.
Especially the men and women that speak in our ears. You know?
They told us to say that.
Actually, we're the I think we're the biggest team here.
Yeah, we are.
We did, right? What are we, almost 200 strong?
I think so. All year long.
We might not be the best softball players, but the biggest
we're
team,
definitely the oldest.
We're all out of eligibility, I think, at this point. Sadly.
Here's Palacios, who hit the home run back in the 2nd, and then hit into the double play in the 4th.
Landry going right at these Bruins. Bruins down to the last 5 outs.
Landry came on in the last inning, has retired the first 4 she's faced. And it's the top of the order. Here's what Palacios did off of the starter, Carly Heath.
There's a rise ball that got out in a hurry, up at her letters, and she just took it long gone. Bashed it off the top of the
pole, the power pole.
You know, the top of the order for UCLA has been quiet. 1 through 4 have not gotten a hit. A walk and a hit by pitch, but that part of their order that's just usually so lethal with Brady and Grant and Woolray that's so hot this weekend, pretty quiet. Majority of their strikeouts have come 1 through 4 as well.
Landry dealing right now, 2 down.
Sam Landry is getting some big strikeouts here, Michelle. Moving the ball up in the zone. That backward rotation, a low rise there. We've seen UCLA have several of their strikeouts on this rise ball, and that was a pitch earlier in this tournament. It seemed like they were handling well up in the zone.
There's Kennedy Powell, a ground out, and then a run-scoring single.
Wow, and it's interesting the way she holds that pitch.
I saw you hitting your talkback, and I knew that you were going to talk about her grip. I just knew it. I could feel it.
Well, take a look at the way that she grips it. Right in here, she looks like it's going to be a changeup, right? So she puts it deep in the palm of the hand. Anytime you hold that ball deep in the palm of the hand, it takes away spin. But she also does that on her rise ball, and I could hear UCLA trying to call it from the dugout. She's palming it, but then she'll still come through and get underneath the pitch and throw it as a rise ball. So you can see the way it's deep in the palm of her hand. And so she blends those grips together. And when she does that, you think you have it picked from the side or from the dugout. Boom, and look at that's a rise ball. It looks like the changeup grip. You can hear him calling it. And that's really what happened when Palacios struck out on that rise ball. She was thinking sit change, and it showed up as a rise ball.
Powell pops it up, and now the snow cone grab by Sissy Vasquez.
Sissy Vasquez pulled in just a little bit, but goes back onto the dirt. Look at the way she keeps that ball, the snow cone intact. Third out of the inning, and we're loving it.
And what if I want a new car?
State Farm's here to help.
What if I want a new career? Keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it really quick, keep bouncing it again, keep run and bounce it, keep bounce it, keep bounce it, keep bounce it again, keep bounce it real quick. Feel free to jump in. Keep bounce it again, keep bounce it again.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's bow time. Get more bow for your dough with a Bojangles family meal. Like our delicious scratch-made biscuits. That's more flaky, buttery, buttermilk goodness packed into every handcrafted meal. It's bow time.
It's one fantastic ride. The turbocharged, tech-inspired Kia Forte.
Best 2 out of 3?
Kia. Movement that inspires.
Metro has unlimited 5G for just $25.
And a free Samsung Galaxy 5G. It's perfect.
You're perfect. I love you. Oh.
Switch and get unlimited 5G, just $25 a line, plus a free Samsung Galaxy 5G.
Welcome back to the TaxAct Clearwater Invitational, presented by Evo Shield. To the bottom of the sixth, Louisiana is 3 outs away from a win over UCLA. They have a 1-3 record here with 2 losses to ranked teams and 2 losses by 1 run. And this would be huge if they can get those last 3 outs. They'll take some swings first. Kramer Ushte. Three, 4, and 5 due up to face Faremo.
Well, and Beth, you noticed too, just the level of competition that they've played their last 4 games here. 4 top 10 teams that they're going to face in a row, and a lot of them are teams that are on this list, facing UCLA right now. And Louisiana just got over 1,800 wins, and all of these teams that are the winningest programs in D1 at this tournament, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal. Lots of national championships in history.
The other 4 all have national titles. Louisiana looking to join that group. Bottom of the order, by the way, would be due up for UCLA in the 7th. But they have not mustered much against Sam Landry, 0 for 6 since she came on in relief. Still to come today, Louisiana and Florida State, and then the Sunday night showcase, Alabama and Florida State. That is on ESPN tonight at 5 Eastern. Oh, Noles are already getting set.
That's right.
I don't know if you see it the same way, though, Michelle. I feel like Louisiana has hit Faremo much harder than what they hit the starter, Taylor Tinsley, the freshman. The pitch.
Gets the punch out. Her first, 1 down.
She's going to go to this curveball, just paint the inside corner and bring it inside to this left-handed hitter. That's a nice pitch, getting her to back away off the plate. But the hardest hits have come off of Faremo. Tinsley did a nice job, but they pulled her after those 2 errors to change things up. Several changes in that inning, back in the 4th.
Yeah, I think Faremo's been working that outside corner a lot to the lefties. I think that curveball back inside, that's a nice call to move different sides of the plate, change eye level. And you can tell Louisiana is doing a good job of splitting the plate. They're trying to lay off of Faremo's rise ball, take it away from her, but that last pitch, Faremo brings that rise ball a little bit lower into the zone.
Piscos hit by a pitch. She has since wrapped that up. She chooses not to wear any protection on that arm, and it got her right near the elbow her first at bat, and then grounded out in the 4th. One-two from Faremo. To Grant. 2 down.
Grant moves really well over there at 3rd. So he makes some great decisions on watching the rotation of the ball, letting balls go foul, getting some stuff hit hard in the 5-6 hole.
High softball IQ. You can tell that she has it at a young age.
Here's Langeliers. Alexa walked and scored in the 4th. Maggie Hayden, a 2-run double. Over the center fielder, Janelle Miono's head. In that 3-run 4th inning after they trailed 2-zip. And the final chance for UCLA, they're down a run. Bottom of the order, and Anna Vines drops down the bunt, out at first. Defense doing the job behind Sam Landry.
How about the freshman, Vic Valdez? We've talked about the hot spot over their 3rd base has been very busy in this game. And look at the reaction, bare hands it and gets it down the line. A couple of bunts have gone down and been safe for UCLA. But I love the way that Valdez is going to pick this up, rifle it down, and get the out. Wow, that is a huge play.
No wasted time. Wow.
Alexis Ramirez will be the pinch hitter here in the 8th spot in the order.
So much young talent on the left side of the infield for Louisiana. Both the shortstop and 3rd baseman are freshmen.
Yeah, Sissy Vasquez has been terrific. for 4 as a pinch hitter in the tournament so far for Ramirez. Florida State looking on. They have Louisiana coming up. Ooh, they got shakes. 2-0 is in for a strike.
Wow, when your 2-0 pitch is a changeup like that, you know it's good.
You know that's a good pitch. She's thrown well, and they have, it's like Shorman warming up.
They have been showing off the pitching staff. Landry is the 4th pitcher of the ball game and trying to lock this one down. Oh yeah, it's nail biting time. Oh, and it hits her. Tying run aboard. Go ahead at the plate. And that pitch right there may also open the door for the top of the order to come up. With Pola on deck, it's Janelle Mioño who has laid down a sacrifice and beat out a bunt for an infield hit.
Number 94,
And are we about to get our 5th Ragin' Cajun pitcher of the ball game? Yep. Megan Shorman.
Well, this is all about just trying to have different looks.
The 3rd time that they've changed a pitcher after a walk or a hit by pitch. It's like there's been an immediate pull from Jerry Glasgow.
Shorman is the senior from Hazelwood, Missouri, their top returnee. I believe this would be her 4th appearance of the weekend.
She throws that backdoor curveball. It's an elite pitch when she's spinning it tight, and it's all about her rise ball, though. She has worked on a changeup this year, but she has a lot of power at the top of the zone. She's going to need to spin that pitch tight and get it jumping past these UCLA bats to try to get the save here.
So Carter will re-enter to run at first base as the tying run here with 1 out. Our performance update prepared by TaxAct. Some stellar D for Louisiana, especially at short. Sissy
Vasquez has shown off her athleticism here in this game, going back to the ball, throwing from her backside, and then also Valdez, the 3rd baseman, 2 freshmen, Vasquez and Valdez, playing on the left-hand side, who have been so sharp and get to play with each other for a long time because they are just freshmen.
They got to switch up their cards with a new pitcher defensively as Kelly I talks to Mioño and Carter. Make sure they're all on the same page.
We saw Langeliers make a good play at second base earlier in this game, too. A really young infield. Lots of underclassmen for Louisiana.
Next batter for the Bruins, the center fielder, Janelle Mioño.
Shorman and Mioño. Janelle laying it down off the glove of Valdez. Over to first in time for the out. 2 down. The tying run into scoring position.
The energy by the Ragin' Cajuns right now. Vic Valdez. Wow. Wow. So this bunt goes down, and Valdez almost overruns it, picks it up, guns it down, but look at the pick at first and the energy. Wow. Close play at first, but the pick.
Because she was playing well up the line,
Yes.
anticipating a bunt, and Mayonio read that and tried to push the bunt past her. Valdez reacted well to it, tried to get it past her, and it almost worked, but that pick at first base and overall the play to come away with an out there is absolutely critical in this game.
Well, they say the ball always finds you, right? Does the bat always find you? Because here's the story for UCLA. 2 errors in a 3-run 4th inning. Savvy Pola was the second baseman. She was moved to DP after that. She was emotional in the dugout, trying to recover from that. And now, opportunity knocks with a chance to tie the game. 2 outs, bottom 7. Against Megan Shorman. Yeah, it's been bananas, this game has. Maya Brady on deck. Pola, base hit. One will score, and the Bruins tie it up. And what a moment for Savvy, and look at her teammates responding. Tears of joy this time for Pola.
Savvy Pola has felt the pressure in this game, has not gotten a hit yet. In fact, the top 4 in the lineup have not gotten a hit yet for UCLA. She's able to bust through when it matters the most. 2 outs, top of the 7th, runner in scoring position. Your team is counting on you to be the one that steps up and gets a hit, put that air behind you, and make the most of this AB, and she does.
And now it's Brady. And a reminder that the runner that scored got on after getting hit by a pitch.
3 passes, they haunt you.
Brady's 0 for 3.
Well, 2 of the 3 runs for UCLA have gotten on by the hit by pitch. Come around to score.
Yesterday, Maya Brady did this, her 5th of the season against Virginia Tech.
3-0 count, green light, low in the zone, and just blasted out of the park.
Chasing after that rise ball a bit today.
What a way to start out the last day here in Clearwater. It's packed, standing room only. The Florida State fans have arrived for the next game. Brady, base hit. Heading for 3rd and on the overthrow. UCLA will go for the lead. The throw to the plate, not in time. And Pola puts the Bruins up.
The way Maya Brady has been hitting this year, you knew it was just a matter of time for her to bust out on a pitch. She totally drives this changeup down the right field line. Look at the way she just waits on it, gets it right down that line. And then the throw is well elevated. And this is, I mean, no hesitation by Savvy Pola coming in, going to the back of the plate. You see the tag come in, but a really good slide. And the energy of this UCLA team coming back here in the top of the 7th when they were down by a run.
RBI single and then E9. So this time it's the miscue on the other side after the big Brady hit on the throwing error into third base. A 2-run rally in the 7th to take the lead. Doing it with 2 outs. Grant 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk today.
Hindsight's 2020, you guys, but they had not hit Sam Landry, and Gary Glasgow decided to take her out and put in Shorman. He's made a lot of pitching moves in this game, but
that's your Monday morning quarterbacking right there.
Yeah.
They have not gotten a hit off of Landry over 2+ innings.
Well, I like Landry in there because of her changeup.
Yes.
That was the difference maker. Her changeup is better than Shorman, so I personally would have stayed with Landry because, as you mentioned, Amanda, she wasn't hit. Now, granted, the hit by pitch was the changeup, but she had been in control up until that point.
And now back-to-back singles off of Shorman by Pola and Brady.
so defeating too. Louisiana just really felt like they were in the driver's seat with those defensive plays that they were making, and the fact that they had shut down UCLA's offense from scoring with Landry in the circle. UCLA just showing some fight, and like you said, Beth, it started with that hit by pitch.
Called strike three. Side retired. Down a run, down to their final out. No problem for the winningest program in history, the Bruins. Making the comeback. Pola and Brady get a hand with a chance to make a difference. Bang. Ties it up with that base hit. And then would ultimately come around to score the go-ahead run. Hugging it out with the GOAT. And now she will watch and see if Megan Faremo and her teammates can close it out. Or will it be a monster moment for Louisiana and a chance to walk it off? Their two freshmen, Valdez and Vasquez, will lead the charge here. Bottom of the order coming up. Rachel Sid will come on defensively at third base for UCLA. And now it's in the hands of Megan Faremo. First pitch swinging. Fly ball to Lauren Carter, one down.
I know it's just February, but you can see so clearly with the emotions that Savvy Polo went through in this game how much each of these games mean this weekend and within a year for these teams.
The next batter, the shortstop, Cecilia Vasquez.
Kelly I coming out to see if, I think Anna Vines wanted some sunglasses. I think is what she asked.
Well, that was a good job, actually, by Lauren Carter coming in to make that, because it looked like Vines was going to go back and was having a hard time tracking that ball. Good communication by Carter to come in and make that last catch.
She waves off the shades. One down for Vasquez.
That curveball has been working for Megan Faremo. She was able to settle in that last inning, had a strikeout with her curveball, a strikeout with her rise, able to paint that outside corner against these righties. rise curve combination.
Ability for a pitcher to compartmentalize, right? You've just been jumping out of your uniform with your teammates for the last 10 minutes, and now, okay, refocus, job at hand out there in the circle. Two down. Fines does say, okay, I'll take the shades. Got him on. Oh, there'll be a lot of 8 clapping on the way back to Westwood if they can lock this one down with a 7th inning comeback, 1 out away. Maddie Hayden, who hit the 2-run double off of Framo in the 4th. Two and one. Final strike, and the Bruin Bubblers are on their feet. Good fight from Hayden.
Really is. Taking some close pitches.
And she's looking for that rise ball. She's got that split grip. Trying to barrel it up.
Struck her out with the change. Ball game. And a comeback win for UCLA in the 7th inning.